Over the last few years, we've seen a really dramatic decline in Antarctic sea ice, a decline that's happening much faster than what we had anticipated could happen.
One way we try and convey how unusual something is with statistics. We talk about a 1 in 10 year flood or a 1 in 100 year flood. And if you run those sorts of statistics for Antarctic sea ice last year, you get a number somewhere between 1 in 7.5 million years and 1 in 7 billion years, neither of which make any sense in a record that's only 40 years long. Antarctic sea ice plays so many vital roles in the world's climate system, in the ecosystems around Antarctica, and more broadly.
The regime shift will have implications for the biology around Antarctica and in the Southern Ocean that depends on the sea ice for habitat, both on top of the sea ice and underneath the sea ice.
We saw the heartbreaking story of emperor penguin colonies where the ice melted underneath before the chicks were fully grown, and they all died.
It will also have impacts on the rest of the climate system in Antarctica, and particularly the way sea ice interacts with ocean circulation and also the stability of the ice shelves around Antarctica.
Sea ice protects the Antarctic coastline and it protects the Antarctic ice shelves. So taking away that sea ice will probably lead to a more rapid disintegration of the ice shelves, which hold back the ice on Antarctica. As that sea ice disappears, the ice shelves disappear and the ice on Antarctica flows into the ocean, accelerating sea level rise. In terms of global impacts of sea ice changes on weather, that is a scientific question that we're only just starting to unravel. There's some initial evidence suggesting that rainfall over Australia could change by 15 to 20% because of the sea ice changes. Now maybe 15% doesn't sound like much, but if you're in an area farming wheat and you only just have enough rainfall, that could be the difference between a crop that fails and a crop that you can harvest.
All of the indications seem to be pointing to this change being related to heat building up in the ocean, and we're seeing an enormous amount of heat being taken into the ocean as the climate warms.
So we know that the ocean is warming, and we know that that warming is caused by humans. We have quite strong evidence tying the ocean warming to the sea ice loss. So I would say I'm quite confident that what we're seeing is the long-term impact of human greenhouse gas emissions.
We can look at how Antarctic sea ice has behaved over the last few hundred years, and when we do that, we don't see anything that looks anything like this dramatic decline we've seen over the last decade.
It could change to become even worse again in the future. There could be another rapid decline in Antarctic sea ice, and we should do absolutely everything in our power to try and reduce the likelihood of those bad futures.